So, today we are going to be focusing on just character design stuff. Basically, it's going to kind of be like how my videos on YouTube were, except just kind of shortened down a little bit. Malone is a slime creature OC in Minecraft. Cool. I know nothing about Minecraft. I've literally never played the game. So, someone in chat, please explain to me what this is. You can do anything. That doesn't help me. Oh, God. Great. So is there just no restrictions in this world? Because that seems like then I don't know how to help this person. I guess the one thing I can say is I don't think his tongue should be red. He doesn't have blood, is my guess, if he's a slime. I don't know. You guys tell me. Should it be green? Ooh, a blue-green? Yeah, that could be a good compromise. Ooh, people think the blue is water, not slime. Yeah, I definitely see water. Ooh, I like that suggestion. Cover it with slime on the clothes. You know, if your art style is so unmovable that you aren't able to make like a change in order to better showcase one thing, then there might be issues with that art style. At that point, it's not an art style problem. It's just that you as an artist have not gained enough skill yet to know how to do something different, and that just comes with practice. People who blame an art style are just inexperienced, right? You just got to keep drawing more. If you just blame an art style for the reasons you can't do things, that's bad. That means you just never tried. What? Wait, I like that. The tiny mouth? Are you kidding me? That's cute. If you color this, I would always suggest you color it with the slime on a different layer. It lower the opacity of your layer. And bam, it's see-through. Or just use your digital tools to your advantage and you have opacity. Okay, yay. I'm gonna call it there. Good job. Yay, thanks for the help, guys. Okay, so it's like a nonsense spooky universe where just like creepy stuff happens. I think there's a good concept here. I like the whole skeleton vibe. But I think there's just some readability issues. I know that this is like a circly character with a cartoon head, but you should still have structure of a skull even in a cartoon. Like the skull part looks like they're wearing a mask just because of the way it's placed. So if it is a mask, cool. If it's not, like it's supposed to be that we're seeing inside their skull, there should be a gap where the face ends and where the skull begins. I'm not entirely sure what this whole like thing is. Like I can't tell if it's a crack or not because you have some actual cracks in the skull, but then you have like this marking, which I don't really understand the difference. So I'm just gonna stick with cracks because I think that's readable more than the other thing you were doing. The bandage over the eye, but like not really. I can still see the eye underneath. And it's like weirdly placed, so I feel like we gotta replace this bandage a little bit. I think that's a little better. I don't know how this person sees, but whatever. I don't know why it's going back up and then back down. Like, we would be able to see the arms with the way that this is working. This is just a thought. I think this will be a better design because then the pattern won't get all confusing. You could just do the tips white and then I think the inside white. All right. Yay, let's move on. They were going for a lot of tricks that they've seen character designers use for this design, but they don't know if they were successful. So they want some tips on making this tomboyish rabbit girl named Jenny. You can, try to use these tips. Are you successful in using them? That's a different question. Looking at this character in just silhouette, I already am getting a little confused. There's a lot of things that are blending together. Those ears are really weird. There's some really good shapes in this design that are being blocked in the silhouette. What is this the tail? I think that's the tail. I should not be able to see that tail from this front. The idea is good. The execution was a little rough. This is a side view. We should see this arm in front of here. This boob is way off. It should be over here. This should be this. This is more on the critique side, but like there's a lot of angle issues happening. It's one thing to like look at just tips from character designers, but if you haven't actually looked at character design finals in use and really tried to understand how they got there, you should do that. I think the colors too, they're giving me panda vibe. Like the red panda, less so bunny. I think it's also where you've placed patterns on your character. A bunny with a bun. Imagine you wrap your ears in a bun. The shoe choice isn't doing it for me. I like the socks. I think it's gonna do well for that sporty vibe. Ooh, okay, that brown is too close to that red. I wonder if we should just make the hat this color. Like, do we need more colors? I think the tracing around it like this is fun. I like that. So I think we should just have that be constant, right? I mean, if you really wanted to keep it, you could just do like a middle thing like this. I don't know if I like that, actually. Kind of don't like that. What do you guys think? Looking at the old silhouette versus the new one, what do you think is more readable? I think this is strong, and you really got a lot of like the fundamental, it's just a little refining, really refining it out more. You might have to rethink the hat, now that I think about it, because I'm not entirely sure where the bun is coming out of from the hat. Like, is it the back of the hat? That doesn't really make sense. So that's just something for you to think of. I think I didn't even realize that until now. They're trying to go for like a scene girl vibe, but they think it might be too cluttered. So they want some advice on what their outfit or hairstyle should be. In general, the scene style is cluttered. Like, that's just their vibe. Big colored bangs, big scene vibe. Covering an eye is also a really fun, like, is a thing a lot of scene kids do. The hair's always weirdly styled, so it's like all going this way for some reason. Something I noticed about these skirts that a lot of scene kids are wearing is they're multi-layered. I don't really understand what's happening on the shirt, though. It's like some sort of pattern. If you want something simple, you could always just put like a skull. There's a lot of bows, I'm noticing. A lot of bows or tiaras. Oh, they tend to do stripes mainly. I don't really see a lot of circle patterns. Beautiful. Look at her. She's a dream. This is just a little look into some ideas. Don't have to use these, but this is some thoughts. I think we've successfully made a scene girl. He has to have a scarf and he has to be purple. Those are the only two things that has to stay. I'm not the best at drawing animals, so give me some leeway on this one, guys. First off, I can tell he's lopsided, and his head is turned at an angle that I think he's breaking his neck. I don't believe that is how necks work. They said the scarf has to stay, but I don't read it as a scarf. It looks like a weird fur tuft. It's hard to tell the age of this deer because, you know, younger deer don't have antlers yet, and when they do, they're like very small. Like, I don't think this is supposed to be a young deer because they have pretty almost their antlers. These are not from the show, but I think they are kind of what we're going for. Actually, I'm very surprised with this body I'm drawing right now. I am noticing that the ears are not on the top of the head, but on the side of the head when it comes to deer. You've turned the head a little too much, I think. Very long snout, even in the original. I know he is a deer, but eyebrows will make or break your character's expressions. I think the horns go back, not forward. The purple vibes and the antlers, I feel like there's some moon imagery happening here. Definitely think we have the right idea with the tail. I think that one tuft should just be a lot smaller to really look like a deer. I don't really know what this bandana is here for. I don't know if we need the bandana. I don't see the need for it. I'm gonna get rid of it. This is the head, right? It's turned, it's facing this way, and this is the pattern, okay? But the pattern then is here. What? Also don't get why it's not over the nose. It like weirdly stops below the nose. It looks like he's got a mustache. Yet the white of the bandage is way too close to the white of the pattern. This should be same color. The scarf is the only thing that is pure black. Nothing else is black. Even his antlers and his nose aren't even black. They're like a blue. I like it dark, but I don't want to make it too light. I don't think it needs to be light. I'm conflicted. Really, readability is super important. Especially, like you said, this is going to be like the protagonist of a webcomic. You are going to be drawing this character so much. Like, those horns are so complicated, and there's so many bandages. You're going to get so confused. You want to make it easier on yourself. Thank you guys for coming. I think this was great. We did good. Until next time. Bye, guys. Bye.